Hi, my name is Andy. I'm trans, masc, non-binary, and my pronouns are they, them, theirs. I wanted to take a minute to talk to you about my journey to HRT, and to talk to you a little bit about Plume, which is a really amazing app that was created for trans people by trans people. So I had top surgery in December. It was an incredible experience. I felt like super lucky to have been able to have that surgery. And so at the time, I wasn't on T, and I was like, okay, like I have gender dysphoria. I wasn't even like, I didn't realize I was really trans. I just knew I was non-binary and that I was really like suffering and that surgery could really help. And that this was like truly gender affirming. And so I had the surgery, and it was incredible. And I felt so amazing and just like uplifted and everything that I expected to feel. And a little while went by, and I still felt like there was this part of me that I wasn't looking at, that I didn't want to see. There were all these thoughts that were bubbling around my head, and they were saying like, don't look in that box, like don't do it, like you had the surgery, that's enough now, like you're good. And I just wasn't really being honest with myself. And at that point, my internalized transphobia was still running the show. Unfortunately, it was telling me if I start T, that means that I want to pass. It means that I want to pass as a man, a cis man. It means that I wasn't really non-binary. That the surgery alone was like, I was already like asking for a lot in my head. I was like, oh, well, you've already asked for so much. And it would mean I would lose a lot of people because of their transphobia. And so I think I stuffed it all in a box, and I was like, I'm not looking in this box. Like, I'm good. I can keep living this way. And I couldn't, actually. My dog is whining. You're fine. You're totally fine. This is Frankie. She loves me. She never left. Thank you, bud. I know. Okay, we'll give some kisses to Frankie. Yeah, and so I was finally able to be honest with myself about what I was feeling, about what I needed, when I was like, okay, why don't you just take a second, like a very, very safe, brief moment, to put all of these things floating around in your head aside if they are not yours. So I was like, okay, well, here's a judging thought, here's a scared thought, here's a fearful thought, whatever. Maybe just put a pin in these and like, let me look underneath, and like the ones that are expectations from others, where we're just gonna say, I see you, but just hang tight, because I feel like something else might be happening underneath. And when I did that, all I felt was relief when I said, hey, how do I really feel about T? Is this me being scared, or is this me holding the fears of other people against me out of loyalty? And, it was It was everyone else's feelings. And really, the idea of starting tea made me feel excited and okay, and it connected me inside. And I felt relief thinking about it. You know, I felt like this exhale. I was like, okay, yeah, that's a future I could actually live through. And all that other stuff is just noise and other people's fears and other people's transphobia, you know. And so I was able to be honest, and I realized taking tea was about me. Shockingly, it was about me. It was about myself. It was about feeling like myself and being able to love myself, and love myself when I look in the mirror, love myself when I go to sleep, when I wake up, you know. And it was about having myself look back at me in the mirror for the first time ever. And so I did it. And I've been on tea for about 18 weeks. And it's like the first time in my life I've felt excited to exist. To walk down the road and see like my reflection in a car door and be like, that's me. Like, it just feels amazing. And you know, it didn't make me less non-binary or more trans, or it didn't mean that I wanted to pass. It didn't mean anything except that I felt like me. And about 3 months into about a few weeks into my journey on tea, I came across Plume through Skylar Pink Man Ray, and I got so excited. I was like, wait, this is an app with video conferencing that was like made for trans people by someone who's trans. What is this magic? And it's incredible. And I had an amazing first appointment with Dr. Allen, and he was so sweet and nice and just like there for any questions and concerns. He was there for anything that I needed. All the way up until that appointment, I realized that you can chat with them 24/7, just like send a message. They work, you know, like 9 to 5 hours, but you can send a message through their chat at any point and they will get back to you during the working hours, which is incredible. So it just felt like they cared about my existence and they cared about my journey and they understood my journey, and the dead naming and the misgendering of, and then, you know, not knowing who you're going to run in, like who is going to feel what when you go into a medical facility wasn't at play any longer. So there was a huge comfort level there as well. And so I am a big Plume supporter, big fan. I highly recommend it. And check my post notes for more information. See ya.